to finish writing down today's objective and evaluating your knowledge. 1, I don't know how to do this. 2, I can do this by myself. Or 2, I can do this with help. 3, I can do this by myself. Or 4, I can teach this to a friend.
Is it just that one? It's hard to read upside down.
What?
Oh.
Let me see.
No better.
No, we're good. Okay, so about 10 seconds.
Alright.
See what I got? Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. All right, let's take a look at what this objective says. Ms. Keogh, would you read it for us?
Students will be able to orally discuss reasons for any answer and attempt to explain why inferences about an idea are valid.
Perfect. Let's break this down. What does orally mean? Speaking, exactly. So you can talk about it, and today I'm actually going to have you write it too. I'm going to push you a little bit further, okay? So you can talk about it and you can write reasons for an answer, okay? So the reasons behind your answer. And you're going to attempt to explain why inferences about an idea are valid. What does that word valid mean? Anybody know?
Right.
Why they're right? Why they're correct. And what is an inference?
Inference is a smart think about something. Or a smart guess.
Yeah, so an inference is, it's more than a guess, right? We make an inference by combining 2 things. We can combine evidence from the text and our
Knowledge.
our background knowledge, right? So stuff we know from our own life, other books we've read, TV shows we've seen, our experiences. We're going to combine that with clues from the text to make an inference. An inference is not going to be an answer that you pull right from the text, okay? The author's not going to give it to you. You got to do a little bit of work, okay? Are you ready? All right. So the first thing that I'm going to have you do, I want you to skim to remind yourself what we've read so far. I'd like you to read to page 18. So when we skim, we don't have to read every word, but take a look at the pages. Remind yourself of the big things that happen on each page. Read to page 18.
Her face shows up. So she said, she told me to tell you. Jesus and I noticed that we haven't seen your face on it. We can't see your face.
Can you change it a little bit so you can?
We have to put something back here so it can stand up straight.
How about this? Can you push that against? Does that work?
Yes.
Good problem solving. All right, go ahead and take about another minute and a half.
Okay. So we're gonna discuss it and we're gonna write it down.
You finished? Are you finished skimming?
Skimming.
Okay, if you are already finished skimming, okay, what I want you to start thinking about is Bruce Gordon. What do we know about our main character, Bruce Gordon, so far?
He's brave.
Oh, I want you thinking about it. We're not talking about it yet. All right, go ahead and track me. So who can quickly, I'm going to have you two talk together and you three talk together. Really quickly, what has happened in this book so far? Who is our main character and what do we know about him? Go.
Okay, so
Bruce Gordon
is our main character.
is the main character, and he is like,
And like right now, he's feeling
brave,
kind of happy.
Okay, what's happened? Let's back up. What happened at the beginning of the story to Bruce?
So first,
I think he just had a bullet at first.
he left to a place with cruise ships and
Yeah, because he
Captain
was boiling down the oil to sell.
And then while they were going, there was like a storm, and
Then the
even though everyone was like drowning in the water, he was like managing the ship.
Okay. What could you add to that, Kia? What else have we learned about Bruce Gordon?
What happened at the
Bruce
beginning?
Gordon,
Now what happened at the
he
middle?
was also brave and he was very smart.
You said more. You said it
what
actually
happened
almost what happened all over the ship.
So what do we know about Bruce Gordon so far, Greg?
So far we know that Bruce Gordon is trying not to die.
All right, let's track me really quickly. Okay. I know that it's been the weekend and I want to make sure we're all on the same page. So let's flip through and kind of review together. Okay. So on pages 4 and 5, Jesus, we learn a little bit about Bruce Gordon. What is his job?
His job is he is a sailor.
He's a sailor and he's on a whaling ship. What are they hunting?
Whales.
All right. On pages 6 and 7, we learn a little bit about Bruce Gordon's character. Who would like to explain that to me? Kia.
He's brave.
Why do you say that?
He's brave because when the storm had hit them, there was water. It was coming through the bottom of the boat, and he and some of his crew members started to man the pumps
Exactly.
instead of running.
So here's what I like. Whether or not you know it, Kia just made an inference, right? As I'm looking at pages 6 and 7, nowhere on that page do I see the words, Bruce Gordon is brave. Do you guys see that?
No.
But do you all agree with Kia that Bruce Gordon is brave? Yeah? So what did Kia use to tell us that he was brave? Yeah. Evidence from the text. Okay? Even though he's scared, he's helping the other men to pump the water out of the boat, right? He's facing his fears. So even though it doesn't tell us he's brave, Kia was able to combine her background knowledge, okay? When people are scared, but they still try to fix a problem, that shows bravery, right? And the hints or the clues from the text. That's what Bruce Gordon was doing. So she's able to make this inference that Bruce Gordon is brave. Can anybody give me another example in the text where Bruce Gordon shows us that he's brave? On a different page, maybe? What have you got, Noelia?
That even though
What page are you on, sweetie?
page 11,
Hey, you guys there? What does Bruce Gordon do on this page?
even though Captain Kidd is like screaming at him, he still like he doesn't like man up to him, and he does what he says, and even if there's a big storm, he still goes all the way up.
Exactly. So, do you think Bruce Gordon was scared in this situation too? Did he still face his fears
Yeah.
and do his job? Does the author tell us he's brave?
No.
Tell us that he is facing his fears? Oh, you guys were able to make that inference, right? All right, I want us to fast forward to page 15, please. Okay. This is the page where Bruce Gordon has woken up. Remember when the ship was sinking, he got knocked unconscious. And Greg, what happens when he wakes up? How does he find himself?
He finds himself on the iceberg that the anchovies had hit, and sees his crewmate. His body's just frozen in the water.
Perfect. Elliot, anything to add to that?
Actually, Bruce Gordon feels kind of hopeless.
I'm really glad you got there. We're going to come back to that in just a second. I'm looking for a couple more facts. So he's woken up on the iceberg. He sees that his crewmates are frozen. Has anybody else survived?
No.
Okay, so let's really quickly summarize the situation that he's in. Who can do it for him? Jesus.
the situation right now is that any folk just sink, and Bruce Gordon is the last person, or only person that was able to survive, and he's on an iceberg off his own.
Perfect.
Nobody else.
All right. So those are the facts. That is the information that we've learned from the text. Okay. Does the author tell us on this page how Bruce Gordon is feeling? I don't see any words as I'm looking that tell me about his feelings. But Eliud was on the right track, right? We can make an inference to figure out how he must be feeling. We've got plenty of clues on the page, and we have a lot of knowledge, a lot of our own experiences. We can make an inference about how Bruce Gordon is probably feeling, okay? So I want you guys to do that right now. Everybody come up with a feeling for how Bruce Gordon might be feeling and be ready to explain it, okay? Finger on your head when you go. All right, why don't you go ahead, Eliud, and tell us what you were saying.
I think Bruce Gordon feels hopeless because now he got nowhere to go. He got no boat. He has nobody to be with.
Yeah, he has no boat. He's all by himself. And I love that word, hopeless. What does that mean? It means he's without hope. Does he have any hope of getting out of this situation? Does he have any way to get back to Scotland? No. Okay. Does the author tell us he feels hopeless? No. Do all of you agree with Eliud, though, that he feels hopeless? Perfect. I want one more feeling. Kia.
He feels terrified because I think if I was in this situation, I would feel terrified because I have no way home and I have no one to help me.
Perfect. You guys agree with Kia? I don't see the word terrified on here. Do you? No. We were able to make an inference, right? Excellent. Okay, your guys' job now is to read to page 19. Okay? You need to reread those pages. We're going to talk about how his feelings have changed. Okay? Take a couple of minutes. About 30 more seconds.
What's brandy?
What's what?
Brandy.
Brandy, it's a kind of alcohol. Like whiskey. Okay, so go ahead and track me. Wait, not a couple X. Track me, right? Excellent. Okay, so part of our objective says that you can orally discuss your reasons for an answer. So with your partner, same group as last time, I want you to talk about how do you think Bruce Gordon's feelings have changed now that he has found this ship? Okay? How are his feelings different than they were on page 15? And you're going to explain why that is, okay? Okay? So I'm going to have Noelia start for this group, and I'm going to have Eliud start for this group. Go ahead.
I think now Bruce Gordon feels a little bit more hope since he has a boat now. And this time he's not barefoot on the ice, in the cold.
All right, Kia, what do you
on
have to
an
add?
iceberg.
Excellent, Greg. What do you have to add to that?
That the
dad
difference
that
between how he's feeling now.
at first he was
and
feeling
how he's
hopeless,
15.
but now he feels like
First he
he's
felt
gonna
hopeless
live
because
for
he
a
had
lot
nobody,
longer.
and he didn't have
But he
clothes
feels
or food.
because he found me on a boat and he found
Page
his
18 and
cabin.
19,
He found food,
he found
extra
clothes, he found
clothes,
food,
and and all the necessary assets to live.
I was also
Excellent.
in a
Nice
situation
vocabulary.
where I food.
Perfect. All right. Do you have anything to add, Jesus?
But I got
I
one
think Bruce
question.
Gordon's feeling has changed
Because in the next couple of
because
pages,
he was
Bruce
hopeless
Gordon
on pages
has it to my life. Has it to
14 or 15, and now he feels like he's like he has a small
All right, I'm going to stop you guys. I've heard some excellent stuff in that discussion. I loved that you all were referencing the text. I heard you saying on this page, on that page. Awesome. That's what fifth grade readers do, okay? In addition to hearing you cite evidence, I also heard you saying, this makes me think, or I feel this way. So you're making an inference based on what you found in the passage and your own experiences, okay? I heard all of you talk now that Bruce Gordon feels more hopeful, right? He has hope that he's going to make it because now he has shelter, right? Now he has food and warm clothes. Perfect. Okay. The last thing that you all are going to do, can you tell me how confident do you feel that you know how to make an inference?
Great.
Let's check really quickly. Who can explain what an inference is? What are the two things we combine? Great.
background knowledge and what it says in the text.
Perfect. Background knowledge, clues from the text, boom, and inference, right? Okay. So you guys are going to read until page 20. Then you're going to flip your paper over. You're going to answer the question on that page. You need to use race in your answer. When you're finished, give it to me. I'll give you a grade. Ready? Go ahead. Don't forget to put your name on the front.
Wait. They didn't read that.
You're going to read to page 20. Then you're going to answer. You can do it. Thanks, bud. Don't forget to put your name. Yes. So just hang on to your sweater. To do the blanket? Or can you do it? Thanks, Pat. Thanks, sir, guys. Remember, when you're finished, give it to me. You go, sweets.
Yeah, Thank you.
Keep on working. Rena and Janelle, thank you for your hard work. Like you guys are looking in the text to support your answer, whether you're using race. You finished the pieces?
Text evidence.
You try to wrap it up in the next minute. Try to restart it. You guys wrap it up in about 45 seconds. Are you finished? Let me see what you got. So we always capitalize names, right? First and last. So, did you restate? Answer? Cite evidence? What did you, and you also, so you explained it, but should we use that sentence to explain? Or we want to get away from that? Instead you can say, this shows, or as you can see, he was feeling. So always want to restate what's up. Got it? All right. Give yourself a score, and then you can put it right there and head to computers. Okay, always capitalize names first and last, okay? Mm-hmm.
You know those books over there?
Yeah.
The you know the silent organ, last year in first grade, they made like a bunch of series of those books.
Cool.
They were in this music class. Me, Nancy, and Fatima, we would always grab them and we would hide them.
Don't tell me these things. Okay, excellent answer. You restated, answered, cited evidence, and explained. Give yourself a score, and put it over here, and then you may head to computers.
Oh, where? No. They were cool books.
That's awesome.
Like the one about the
Fifth grade, we need to keep it at a level 0. Okay, so if you're borrowing words from the text, make sure that you're giving credit to the author, okay? We need quotes at the beginning and the end, okay? But you restate it, answered, cited evidence, and explained. Excellent. Give yourself a score, then put it right over here. Just head over there. I'll take care of that.
It's hard to find like the evidence sometimes.
No, stop, get away. Okay, so how you could explain that, right, is you could say, usually when a person screams or shouts, it's because they're feeling afraid or terrified, right? Perfect. Okay, so did you restate?
Yes.
Answer?
Yes.
Cite evidence?
Yes.
And explain? Excellent. Okay, so give yourself a new score and then put over there and head to computers. Can you turn my video camera off, bud?